anything to anybody that's going to kill them off for the rest of their life. And when my mom was getting ready to die a few years ago, she was in hospice. And we literally lived with her day and night while that was going down. And my mom said, "Tommy, I need to tell you a secret." And I thought, good God, after all this time I'm adopted or something, I'm all flipped out. Or like, I'm gay. I mean, I didn't know what I was. And she, not that that's bad, please. But whatever it was. And she said, "Your dad never graduated from high school, Tommy." And I said, "That's the secret?" And she said, "Yeah, he didn't want you kids to know. But all my life, my dad, when he was in high school, he set the record at Littleton High School in 1941 for the broad jump. He literally jumped the pit. And that record stood for over 30 years until my little brother broke that record. And from that time on, he was the high school quarterback. He was an amazing athlete and an amazing student. And his older brother, Virgil, my name is really Thomas Virgil Chenault. I was named after Virgil. He was at the Colorado School of Mines, and he was going to also go to medical school, a brilliant guy like my dad. But my dad never graduated from high school because they were dirt poor. And his mother said, "We're not going to make it unless somebody quits high school and goes to work." So my dad quit high school and went to work. And he walked into a company called Marathon Oil. And at Marathon Oil, the guy that was the president of Marathon Oil sat down with my dad and said, "No, we're not going to give you a job. In fact, I'm going to call everybody in Littleton and tell them not to give you a job because you are a loser. Nobody should quit high school. I can't believe you're quit high school, and I'm going to make sure that you never get a job anywhere if you don't go back to school." But my dad had to feed his mom and his brother and the rest of those kids, so my dad never went back to school. And what is sickening is he believed that story that that idiot from Marathon Oil told him. And all his life, he took crazy bad jobs. He never believed he could be everything he could be. That guy imprinted my dad. And as I grew up, I had 3 brothers, and well, actually I don't even have anybody, I think 2 brothers and 1 sister. I wasn't very good at math. And as a result, I was always different. And my little brother, when he was born, he weighed 1 pound 6 ounces 60 years ago. So he was a problem. My older brother had something called ulcerative colitis from a young age. So he was pure yellow and he ultimately died. And then I had this sister who was just the apple of everybody's eyes and she was useless. So I was this invisible kid that never got any attention and I was always mad about it. And my mom, when I was talking, she always said, "Tommy, the reason they didn't pay attention to you was because we knew you were going to be okay. And we had to worry about Steph, we had to worry about Mike, and we had to worry about John, but we knew we didn't have to worry about you." But I didn't understand that. And I always knew something was wrong. And I'd literally be grabbing my dad saying, "You can do more. You can do more." And there was always something behind his eyes, and I know it, but I can't. And it was that guy from Marathon Oil. And I have remembered that, and it set me free when my mom told me that story. Because I know that every one of us have heard this story like you can't do it. And they are so wrong, because every one of you can do it. Everybody needs to do it. We've got a message with Dr. Joel Wallach that we are going to get out to the world, and none of you could be having time to believe some stupid story somebody told you about you not being able to do it. Do you get that? There is no way we're going to be stopped. We can't let some stupid story stop us. You've got greatness in you. Pull it out no matter what. We've got the products. We've got the vision. We've got the comp plan. We've got the management team. We've got the systems. There is no variable out there except that person looking back at us in the mirror. What do you think 20 years ago when Dr. Wallach made that Dead Doctors Don't Lie tape? And he's standing around in gymnasiums and he's the only one there. No one's listening to the message. That wasn't like it is now. I saw Dr. Wallach with this woman named Jackie Dreyer do a presentation in an auditorium where Robert Snook, Jackie Dreyer, and the woman and Dr. Wallach were there. It was a terrible snowstorm on a Monday night, and just like now, the greatest team in NFL history, the Denver Broncos, were playing. And so, I can't help it, they're playing right now. So here's the deal. Dr. Wallach put that presentation on, even though Jackie Dreyer was the only person in the room, and she ended up bringing in 70,000 people. One man made a stand. One woman listened to that and made a stand, and 70,000 people showed up, including all of you. So what I'm trying to tell you is there is nothing stopping you. Anything stopping you, you invented. And I promise you, you need to uninvent whatever stopped you so you can go have the greatest life on the planet. Right now, this woman and I have the greatest life on the planet. We travel, we've got airplanes, we've got cars, we've got time, we've got peace of mind. She just got a brand new Tesla. Life is unbelievable because we believed in him. And I didn't believe somebody at Marathon Oil to decide, I'd like to go get that guy and just beat the crap out of him. Because nothing's stopping us. Nothing's stopping me, nothing's stopping her, nothing's stopping you. So with that, I want to say I love every one of you. Love like crazy, then love more. Here's my wife, Denice.
That was like the wettest kiss. Oh my gosh. We were talking, we had this wonderful dinner tonight with the senior vice chairman, and just a couple of years ago, there were like 2 tables. and today, and that was with the vice chairman and the senior vice chairman. So seeing you all here is amazing, and Keith Halls is absolutely right. You are in the right place, you're in the right industry, you're absolutely with the right company, and we owe it all to Dr. Wallach and Stephen Michelle Wallach. When we had to give a quote, and my quote was, you know, your success will come when you're being fully and authentically yourself and not an imitation of anybody else. And the reason why I picked that is that I've spent an awful lot of my life trying to be somebody that I thought everybody else wanted me to be. And I tell a story about when I was so shy as a little girl that we lived in the mountains of Colorado and I had to walk. And this, you know, this isn't one of those, I had to walk 5 miles. No, I literally had to walk a mile to the bus stop and in the snow. And I was so shy that I wouldn't ask to go to the bathroom during the day. I had to raise my hand, I was too shy. So I would, you know, be like this, and then I'd have to walk home from the bus, and it was hit or miss whether I was gonna make it to the house or not. And so that's who I was. I was very, very shy. My parents were both teachers, and my biggest passion growing up was riding horses. And so I became an extraordinary rider, not based on what kind of horse I had, because my parents were teachers. And so, but my passion for riding was really what carried me through. And so when I decided that I wanted to become a veterinarian, my dad, who was a teacher, said to me, you know, you need to like science as much as you like horses. And that was the first time that I thought, well, I guess that's out. And then after that, I spent an awful lot of my time being the good girl, right? Not raising a big ruckus, being the my name's Denice, D-E-N-I-C-E, Denice. So I was the nice girl. And it's really been through longevity that I figured out the only way I can make a difference in this company, the only way I can make a difference in this world is if I am fully who I am. Because at the beginning, I thought I had to be like Tom. And we know there's only one Tom Chenault. And so I couldn't even be a crappy imitation of Tom Chenault.
It would be too weird.
It would be too weird, Al. It would be a little weird. And so I had to come to, who do you want to be in this world? Who do you want to be in this company? And when I became that, when I became who I really authentically am, that's when the magic happened. That's when I could see people, they could see me, they trusted and they listened to me. Because you know, when you stand in front of somebody who has this facade, you're not going to trust them. You can't hear the message. And so it was when I really became who I was, deep down, that the magic happened in longevity. And when I became unattached to the outcome. When you stand in front of people and they really and truly trust what you're saying because you're coming from a place of sharing with them your heart and with them, meeting them at the place where they're at, that is when you don't have to ask for the credit card. Because they trust that you're doing the right thing, you're saying the right thing for them. It's heart to heart. And so for Tom and I, it's really been, over the years, it's not been about selling. It's been all about loving people. And they may not say yes. Who am I to judge if somebody's ready or not? We all know they can use the products, but when they say no, it may not be no for today. It may just be no for a couple of hours. We don't know. And so I would just like to share that, really be yourself. Come from love. Trust that they know their path better than you know their path. And they'll show up when they're ready. And when they do, there's no stopping the magic that happens. And Tom and I, we really are so incredibly blessed by longevity. We're so incredibly blessed by this company and by Dr. Walk and the products and the management and the owners and everybody. And everybody that shows up here this weekend, you will create the most incredible life that you've never known before because of longevity. So thank you.